Chat. Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. We got CJ again, man. Cause CJ is great. This one is Maki. So I saw a couple of these because people keep comparing for whatever reason. Maki off in her clan versus Itachi off in the clan. I think Maki's was 10 times better, only because it was very personal. Like, bro, it was very personal for Maki. Let's just be real. Like, Itachi got tricked by Danzo, but we got Maki doing this for the love of the game, pretty much. But let's full screen it because I'm kind of curious on it. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I gotta get.
Yeah, I think of course Itachi's was like bad because that was his family. But with Maki, bro, they treated her like crap, bro. They treated her real bad.
This off my chest real quick, cause who was bro right here feeling like extra just to get dropped in 0.5 seconds?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh my
you
God.
Are a background character. You ain't even got a name. Know your role.
I like how the music is Mario. This is Super Mario music.
You are not that guy, pal. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special emergency impromptu mini tro. Yeah, not gonna lie, these is back-to-back videos.
So I was a Maki main. I thought Maki was insanely cute. Primarily before, I liked her with the glasses and stuff like that. Super cute, and her spear. Absolutely love her.
Was not playing.
Yeah, I was a before.
After what I've seen
Maki
and witnessed
main.
again, I had to make another detour because it's trial time, baby. So y'all already know we got the evidence on deck, and we counting how many bodies got dropped at the end of this. So let's not waste no more time. Without further ado, exhibit
this. He had to pull out the Monokuma, bro. He pulled out Monokuma.
Wiping the Zenin clan.
Hey, yo, what up, brother?
I'm here to tell you right now. Yes. 100% yes. All these sorry ass, fraudulent ass.
And wasn't it pretty much for two reasons? One, they didn't like women. And the other was that they were, wasn't there a guy that was jealous? It's been a minute. I did see all of JJK. It was just a while ago. I vaguely remember somebody being jealous as well.
Cause I had to go. Just straight up, these niggas suck.
Yeah.
Big three family, my ass. Like, bro, on some real shit, the Zenin clan might be one of the most toxic fictional families of all time. I mean, they are competing.
But they also made it very well known in the JJK verse that heavenly restrictions are like those people who have heavenly restrictions are very overpowered. Like, heavenly restrictions are no joke.
Dogs of dog shit families.
Yeah.
Like, they running with the Mishimas, the Hanmas, the Targaryens, the royal family of the Fire Nation. Like, these niggas were terrible. The only thing these greedy motherfuckers valued in life was status and power. Like, for example,
this fool had, there's no shot,
greedy
bro.
motherfuckers valued in
There's
life.
no shot, bro. You know, I need this. This is... I need this, bro. I want this so bad. So I hope there's a Discord emote of this. That is diabolical, man.
Power. Like, for example, if you had low curse energy or your curse technique didn't meet up to their standard, they treated you like garbage.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even look at your ass. And oh Lord, don't even get me started on the misogyny. This motherfucker.
Yeah, they didn't like women.
Bro had to go. This nigga is basically what would happen if Fresh and Fit did the fusion dance. They turned into this motherfucker. I mean, the stuff he was saying about women, like, good God, bro was talking. Running for one of the worst dads in anime history. Like, him and her sorry ass mama both had to go. I mean, this nigga really made a whole plan to slime out his own daughters. Oki literally hated Maki and my simply.
It's just insane to me, bro, that in anime, it's nothing but terrible parents. Primarily dads. And that's very unfortunate. I guess you could technically say, I mean, there are some terrible moms too. There really are. An example is Maki's mom. Maki and her sister. Because I thought her sister was pretty cool. Like, the way she can use guns was pretty cool. But God damn, dude.
Because he thought that his daughters was the reason he wasn't named head of the clan. I mean, he decides to cut his own daughter down in cold blood, and then he proceeds to drag both of his children's bodies through a dark hallway and throws both of them in a chamber full of curses.
Which is where Maki found out she had, what's it called, the restriction.
And leaves his own children in there for dead. These niggas had to go. Every last one of them. Because these motherfuckers were genuinely terrible people.
No,
so
Phineas. That's Phineas.
Every last person in the Zenin compound that day. Because since Mai took all the curse energy with her when she passed, it left Maki with none. And with the heavenly restriction that she has, she basically got a game-breaking buff and became a physical freak of nature, just like her deadbeat uncle. So the first victim of Maki...
To be fair, her uncle is... Guys, told you, he, man... I think nobody wants to fight him. Chat, I don't think anybody wants to fight him. I wouldn't fight. I wouldn't fight him. He didn't even know what his own kid looked like. Now, to be fair, he could have went out and fought his own kid, and he decided not to and stabbed himself. And I know a lot of people are pissed off that he didn't tell them that that's his dad. Like, I'm your daddy. I know a lot of people were really pissed off about that too. But I'm gonna say, man, oh my lord, I wouldn't fight him. I wouldn't want to be near him. Give him a bowl of ramen and some money so he can bet on horses and leave him the fuck alone.
Maki's massacre was her bum-ass deadbeat dad, and she made quick work of his sorry ass. Hell, he was so scared when he felt her aura, this nigga thought Toji came back from the dead like the Undertaker. But nah,
Toji, man,
charged up his attack just for Maki to hit him with a
I like it, cut G.
Oh my god, his scalp.
Took the nigga's dome piece off.
Oh my god.
Well, after she dropped off her sorry ass pops, next up on the chopping block were the Kukuru unit. And this is the moment where Maki turned into the bride. Cause the way she was dicing these niggas up really had me thinking I was watching the anime adaptation of Kill Bill. Now, let's set the scene. After her pops got a fresh lineup, the whole compound ended up going on lockdown, and Maki ended up getting surrounded by the Kukuru unit. A bunch of nameless Zenin clan NPCs with no curse techniques that ranks were filled up with a bunch of ball niggas.
It's just really weird because, like, did they not feel her aura from earlier? Like, her dad sensed it, but they didn't. It's one of those things where it's like, guys, Kukuru, come here, Kukuru unit. You need discretion, okay? If you felt that, I would have ran. I'm not fighting that. I am not fighting that, bro. Chat. I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't do it if I would have felt the same thing her dad did right before she got broken out. Well, she broke out.
And motherfuckers with buzz cuts that have never had a tip fade or a lineup ever in their ear. She hits his sword and it was straight to this dude's neck.
Yeah.
So after she wiped out the first wave of dudes, this one bald nigga, and I ain't gonna hold y'all, I gotta get this off my chest real quick, cause who was bro right here feeling like? Like, bro, look at him.
I like how he got scars and everything.
Walking up all confident, doing all this extra shit just to get dropped in 0.5 seconds. Like, come on, dog. You are a background character. You ain't even got a name. Know your role, nigga. You are not that guy, pal. So after this bald nigga lost all of his aura, Maki just continued to brutally murder everyone in sight.
You want to know what's crazy? Because he talked about Kill Bill earlier. Isn't this the same? Yeah, I was just about to say this. Isn't this the same floor too? Because in Kill Bill, she was fighting in that, like, I guess bar/club area, and there was a disco floor in the middle, wasn't there? Where the band was playing, and they had this kind of floor too. So maybe this was inspired by Kill Bill.
Continued to brutally murder everyone in sight. Nobody in that room was safe. She was styling on these niggas so hard the screen turned gray and black, just like when the bride ripped the dude's eyes out. Now, when she continued to cut everyone
Bro, this has to be inspired. Now that I'm looking at it, because you can even see the railing. Oh yeah, this was definitely inspired by Kill Bill.
We get to one of her most brutal kills. She drops down like she's about to do a hell sweep, but she kicks this dude in the gut. And this kick was so hard, it literally made this dude's head explode.
What the fuck?
Yeah, not gonna lie, if I'm one of these dudes and I just saw one of my homies go out like that, I'm gonna be real, I'm hopping on a plane.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Leaving Japan ASAP. Cause I'm not about to lose my life for this shit, gang. A nigga's head just exploded. You got me f***ed up. So after she just exploded bro's cranium, these two come in and swing, but they get instantly decapitated. Then this one tries to attack her, but she hits the limbo and gives this nigga one of the nastiest side eyes. She really looked at bro like,
"Are you serious, my brother?"
Then cuts his sword in
This fool got an egghead.
half. And while bro was just left in disbelief, he had no time to think about his next move, cause he ended up getting split in two. Then she ends up jumping up top. And look at this brother right here. You can tell just by the look in his eyes that he done already doodled his pants. And he's regretting his entire life right now. Bro is probably in his head cursing his parents for birthing him in this family. So Maki ends up cutting them all down.
Bro, yeah. Because this is the same thing that did
Red, and finally puts that one guy out of his misery. Then she
Yeah,
ends up
for sure,
pulling
dude.
off one of the sauciest sequences in anime history. She jumps down and starts sliding on the blood and booze like 10 niggas. Then while she was still sliding, one dude tries to hit her, but she ends up hitting the limbo again and ends up transitioning into a bicycle kick and snatches bro's ankles. Then the last guy in the sequence got done the dirtiest out of everyone.
Hey, at the very least, he might be alive. You feel me? He might be good.
She slid on the blood while standing upright and pulled up in front of this dude's face. And she stared into his
I'm not gonna lie. Even when I saw that, bro, like the first time it happened,
Out of everyone.
I was
She's-
like, bro, ain't no way. Imagine you literally sliding up on your ops, bro. You just slide up on them and then you pause. And then you just look them dead ass and just
Lid on the blood
what are you going to do? I'm sorry, my mic is right here, chat. Which is why I'm going up. Yeah, my mic is right there. I need to pull it down. Just imagine. Oh my lord,
Right,
dude.
and pulled-
Like, is Maki black? Like, she's black, bro. She got that Air Force energy in her. This is something that you only do when you angry.
up in front of this dude's face. And she stared into his
Exactly.
soul and hit him with a
Hand me the black amount.
Hand me the black and mild.
Not gonna lie, this might be one of the most disrespectful moments of all time. Simply
for sure.
because of how nonchalant she was while doing this. She really slid on the blood and passed by both of these niggas. And singled dude
She
out
passed by like
specific-
19 people. It wasn't even just them two. She passed by a whole group of them and they just sat there and you can see them. You can literally see them looking behind them. He's sitting here like, huh?
and passed by both of these niggas and collateral damage. So as Maki continued to cut down the last wave of Zenin NPCs, she decides to finish him off with a Devil May Cry combo. She starts to swing and chop up every nigga in the room. So when she finally stands upright, everybody else in the room drops dead.
Jesus, dude.
And with that, Maki just casually dropped off the entire Kukur unit that consisted over 100+ niggas.
It's really crazy because I know some people were kind of complaining because she barely. So for context, guys, this all happened like within the same like day or so, the same couple of hours, and a lot of people were complaining because they were like, "Bro, she didn't even train. She didn't do any of that to like get used to her powers." Kind of like in Dragon Ball when Frieza turned gold for the first time in the movie. And Vegeta was like, "Oh, I can tell this is the first time. Like, you turned into Golden Frieza and immediately flew over here to fight us. And you're not used to anything." And I do remember some people were complaining about that. Like, she should have got it and then, trained or something. I don't know. I can see why she would just go for it. She's already in there. I didn't care. I know majority didn't care, but I thought it was interesting that there were people complaining about that. But I get it. It's like She was already in her house. Not her house, but like her compound, the Zenin compound, if that makes sense. It's like, I'm already here. I might as well. I might as well just off these motherfuckers.
She dropped off over 100 people in that room in about 2 minutes.
There's a dude standing there.
That's just pure wicked work right there. So after the Kukuru unit was wiped out, we move on to our next set of victims, who were known as the Hei. Now, the Hei consisted of the strongest.
I remember the old guy.
Zenin clan. All these dudes were semi-grade 1 sorcerers or higher. So on paper, these niggas should not be bums. But Maki didn't give a damn who they were, cause she was here to expose these bums for the flaws that they were. So the first thing that she does is instantly speed blitz Nobuaki, the captain of the Kukuru unit. And she wasted little to no time on his sorry ass. Bro tried to lunge in to attack Maki, but she closed the distance in like 2 seconds and cut his sword into pieces. Then she ripped his throat out, and the front piece of his sword that ended up getting broken off flew back and dove him in the back of the head.
How?
Not gonna lie, this
How?
her most brutal kill in this.
Yeah, that's insane.
This was just flat out disgusting. She really just grabbed him by the neck and ripped out his trachea. And while dude was bleeding out and gasping for air, his own sword hits the reverse and throws him in the head.
Yeah, that's...
God, that is just...
I still want to know how, but what I am going to say is that is pretty nasty, right, guys? That's pretty nasty.
Your brutality. So next up was the old man with the mohawk. And just look at him in this frame. You know damn well his old ass didn't know what the hell
is that? Is it this?
What was going on? Had no
the one senator
here. Maki was so fast she popped up in his face for a good 2 seconds. And you see his death from his POV. Maki ripped his eyes out and crushed them in front of him. She brutally murdered a senior citizen who probably had Alzheimer's disease.
Society.
So after she took out the first 2, she ends up getting hit by this gravity magic attack by this rat tail looking motherfucker. And he was trying to hold her down for this ore farmer Junichi to not do shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'ma be 100% real with y'all. This Junichi nigga had my ass fooled, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be one of them ones. I mean, look at the nigga. He looked the part.
I'm not gonna lie too, when I saw him, I was kind of like, oh, either he's gonna kill her or at the very least, he's just gonna stop her. You know what I mean?
He looking like Uvo from Hunter x Hunter. He was Toji's brother, for Christ's sakes. I thought he was gonna be like that. But no, my disappointment was immeasurable. He hits Maki with the same move Deku hit Overhaul with. Just a massive barrage of punches that ended up manifesting into a bunch of giant fists. And it looks like this attack should have done something. Hell, the explosion the attack gave off looks like a nuke just got set off.
Yeah.
But when the dust clears, the first person that you see is Ranta. And his little rat-tailed ass was bleeding out because he was trying to hold down Maki so Junichi could kill her. And he thinks that he is dying at peace, thinking that his boy Junichi just finished the job. So when he finally dies, you see Maki walk out of the smoke. And when she walks past him, she is carrying Junichi's head.
Oh
this
my
kid
God.
Ranta died living a false reality.
I remember when I saw this, I think what made this part so insane when I initially watched it, man, it was the fact that we didn't even see what happened. Like, we just saw the attack and then everybody's dead.
Cause his sacrifice meant nothing. Bro died just for Junichi's sorry ass to not do shit and lose every bit of aura bro had.
For sure, dude. No, 100%.
The last man standing was none other than the leader of the Zenin clan's most elite squad of bums, the misogynistic tickle monster himself, Naoya. And this wide mouth lock.
Bro, when I first saw him, I was like, he's probably a villain or a bad guy or something. Just by looking at him, I'm like, this weasel sack of shit. This bro, I can tell by looking at him. I knew immediately.
Jawed, crooked tooth looking motherfucker probably gave Maki the best spa day she's ever had in her life. I mean, look at this 5-star customer service. He is massaging every muscle on her body at 24 frames per second. That shit probably feels amazing. Then he got to his chiropractic bag. Nigga started to throw her in the mountains and shit, making sure her bones and joints were loose from all that tension. Cause he knew her back had to hurt from carrying this episode so damn hard. So after about a good 12 seconds when the massage was finally over, we get to the demise eyes of Naoya. And one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen.
This was
Maki
great.
ends up squatting down into the stance of a sumo wrestler. And she just stands here and waits patiently to swat this nigga like the fly that he was. So while Naoya was running to
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Hunter x Hunter. When it was what's his face versus Meruem. How he was in that Buddha stance and he was just slapping him away. How he just stayed in that stance versus Meruem at the end of Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, you guys remember? He was just in that Buddha stance with the hands.
Maki basically figured out how his technique works and downloaded his movements and read him like a book.
Oh, this fool put Kaisen at reading. Oh man, dude.
Turns around and stares into this nigga's soul. Fist cocked back and loaded. And you can see it in Naoya's face. Bro is looking like the two dudes from the last video that were in the same exact situation. And he was probably thinking the same thing they were in his last moments.
Damn. He really about to rock my shit.
Yeah, GG's. It's crazy because Maki is lean as hell too. Maki is lean as fuck, dude. Oh my god.
Fatality.
And with
I like how not only was it slow, like you can just see the bruising on his face, and this feels like a very light Mortal Kombat because the fatality too. It feels like a very light Mortal Kombat ending for this piece of crap. Nobody I love it when animes make characters that you don't like and then you see them just die. It's like, oh, yeah, well, he's gone now.
Fatality.
And with his face caved in and skull shattered, the strongest misogynist in history was cooked. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the final on-screen victim of the Zenin clan massacre.
Yeah,
and
man.
It was none other than her sorry-ass mama. And the way she killed her was actually very unsettling. She was basically walking around and playing hide and seek with her while calling out, "Mother," in a tone that felt like she was just trying to talk with the intentions of killing her. She was moving like an actual serial killer. So when she finally found her, you can just see the terror on her face because her own daughter that she treated like garbage was about to take her life. And Maki didn't even hesitate to do it. She slit her throat and that was that. Ball game. Now let me give her sorry ass mama a little credit. She did make sure to send Naoya's two-faced Harvey didn't.
I was about to say,
to the lobby.
I was literally about to say, I remember when that happened, and then she walked off. I was kind of like, Naoya can just get back up because that was just a punch. But
with the rest of the family. But with that,
I wasn't sure if he was going to show it or not.
Every single member of the Zenin clan that was at the compound that day were dead. And Maki's mother was the last on-screen victim of the massacre. Now I say last on screen because guess what? Job's not finished. Because when Mai said destroy it all, she really meant destroy it all. Because after she massacred everybody at the compound that day, she went off and boomed every other Zenin clan member that wasn't there that day.
Yeah.
She took every last one.
If you haven't seen JJK, go watch it. Seriously, it's really good. It's so good, and it's not that long. It's not that long. It's very good too. Oh my god, it's really, really good. Also, Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's another one that's really good that I caught up on. Super good. I need to watch the Chainsaw Man movie with Reze. But other than that, I am fully caught up. Chainsaw Man, oh. I'm reading chat. Listen, I know Chainsaw Man. I know a lot of people prefer Chainsaw Man primarily because not just the looks, but some of you guys prefer the story. But me, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a guy. I like fighting. I like seeing this. I want to see people get punched in the face a lot. And I think JJK just does a better job at it.
These
Yeah.
niggas off the map. You wasn't even safe if you wasn't even at the compound that day. She still found those niggas.
Bro, I can't with that picture.
And she completely eradicated the entire bloodline.
It just says a lot.
Where they ended up getting kicked out of the big three families, and their entire family legacy was ruined. Now, last thing to complete this entire exhibit. Let's estimate how many people she actually killed. Now, with the resources we got, we can make a pretty good estimate. So let's look at this family photo right here. Every person in this photo besides Naobito got killed by Maki. And that would be a total of 112. And adding her sorry ass mama, that's 113. Now let's look at everybody that was not at the compound. She killed the other 6 members of the Hei that weren't there that day, 9 members of the Akashi, and 21 other members of the Kukuru unit. So if we add in those other bodies, she dropped off 149 of these niggas.
Jesus. Oh my goodness! In under a week.
This is not a confirmed number. This is just my estimate, but not gonna
under
lie,
a week.
That is one wicked kill death ratio. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a easy pass. Light work, no reaction. She really exposed how fraudulent the Zenin clan actually was. Like, it's actually hilarious.
I was going to say, it is really interesting because it kind of seems like the Zenin was being carried by like 2 people through aura farming. You know what I mean? Now, to be fair, we don't know much about the Gojo clan, like Gojo's family and stuff. We don't know much about that. We can maybe, you know, do something with that in the Kamo clan. We don't know much in terms of feats, I don't think. Not that I remember. Maybe you guys can let me know, but it's insane how when you really look at the Zenin, bro, it was pretty much Toji. And you want to know what's so funny? Toji was far removed. Toji didn't care. That was like his whole thing. He just didn't care. He had a wife and a kid and then fucked off into the night like Batman. Yeah, it's crazy.
Get this. This clan prides itself off of curse techniques and curse energy. And the fact that all these grown-ass men got wiped off the map by a 16-year-old girl that didn't have a drop of that shit is hilarious. Their legacy—
But again, heavenly restrictions are busted. Like it can really make or break how OP you are.
Is cooked. And you know, all this could have been avoided if they just listened to Naobito's will. But hey, they can all have that conversation down there while they burning in hell. Also for the crime, not guilty. Them niggas had to go. Free Maki, nigga. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Like
he said, not guilty. Obviously she's guilty, but I think the question is more so, do we blame her? Do we blame her? Nah.